All spades $9.75 and $2.40. Second hour Avon's Gold $1.70. Third Latin Rule $1.30. The Quinella $43.30 and the Trifecta $648.20. Now we have corrects the first of the steeplechasers, and they don't often run steeplechasers on Saturdays in Adelaide. Today they did, and in fact they're running two. Tassie Shout won the first of them, $2.45 and 85. Camden Boys 70 cents. Duke of Cumberland $5.85. The Quinella paid $3.70 and the Trifecta $150.95. Well, they've only just arrived at the stores in Adelaide, so they're certainly going to run late, and they're a little bit behind time there today, so that gives us time to check the football scores at half-time. And out at VFL Park, well, the Tigers doing well, 7-9-51. They're 19 points in front of St Kilda, who are going for 6 in a row today, 5-32. In the sixth event in Adelaide, here's Ron Patch.
Lazy River not going to compete for the lead over the first one. Burkhills Lane does and measured it pretty well, but going up on the outside, jumping a bit better and landing clear was Magic Paul from Burkhills Lane second as they go to the second. Tall Timber over on the outside, Deeds Delight as they go over that one. They're all standing back on the inside, Symbols Image, and then 3 lengths further back in the field, Waldara over the last one along the far side, the first circuit. Back behind him on the outside now, joining in Equilibrium, followed by Roger and out, given plenty of time to balance. Out about a length and a half further back in the field, then to Ripple Power, and last of all now is Lazy River, stringing out as they race down the side and head towards the next fence, and there's a couple of those green Irish caps in front, where the leader is Magic Paul from Burkhills Lane, pushing up on the inside of Deeds Delight. Here's the one on the side. Oh, he got right into that, the leader, and he took the stuffing out of himself, Magic Paul, so much so that Deeds Delight grabbed him. Burkhills Lane went up to third, followed then by Symbols Image, and they were followed 3 away by Roger and out, who hasn't spent an early cent. Equilibrium the centre as he goes around it, and over on the inside Waldara, followed by Lazy River, and last of all but not far from the lead, Ripple Power. Racing down the straight the first time, the first of the treble coming up to them again. It's a case of deja vu. We've done this once before today. Here they come, and up and over they go, the first of the treble, and the leader is Magic Paul, a couple in front. In second placing on the outside, Deeds Delight working closer, Symbols Image. Burkhills Lane, the rail has settled better. Then came Roger and out, then Equilibrium around the outside of the field, sneaking into the race, Lazy River as they come to the one in front of the stand. Then Waldara, and last of all Ripple Power. Here's the third of the treble. He ran out at that, the leader, Magic Paul, but he got away with it, a half in front of Deeds Delight, Symbols Image, the rail. Then Roger and out between Lazy River, who made up good ground, and Burkhills Lane was next on the inside, and they were followed by Ripple Power, who's just behind those. And as they go out of the straight in that division towards the tail, Equilibrium, as they go over the crossing on the side of the course now, and it's Magic Paul getting away again.
They're racing Brisbane in the next event.
Bounced in front, leads Sword on Land in the early stages. Ambrose Fury is going to settle down third. By G, they're only cantering in the early part. They've gone about 200 metres, and Raymond Knight is the leader, bowling along in front. Leads Sword on Lad by a length. Ambrose Fury third on the outside, and then Keel Hall, who's taking the shortcuts along the rails. One then to Aussie Boy, and then Call Me Biddy. She's second last. She's about 4 lengths from the leader. And Golden Vegas last of all. They leave the 1,000-metre point behind them. They race onto the 850-metre turn. Raymond Knight is doing it pretty easily out in front. Raymond Knight by a half length on Sword and Lad, who's pulling his way a little closer to this lead on the outside. There's only a half length in it at the moment. A length and a half then to Emperor's Fury, Aussie Boy and Keel Hall together. One further back to Golden Vague on the inside of Call Me Biddy, who's last now, 5 lengths from the leader. Over the crossing, just short of 600 metres to go. A little bit more speed on. Raymond Knight, the inside, a touch in front of Sword on Lad. A length and a half to Emperor's Fury, Aussie Boy, and then Keel Hall on the rails. Call Me Biddy now pulled to the outside, and she's popped the big question, then Golden Vogue. 300 metres to go. Sword on Lad loomed up on the outside and joined Raymond Knight. They're locked together. Aussie Boy in third place on the rails, and then Call Me Biddy. Sword and Lad the outside just in front of Raymond Knight. Aussie Boy over on the inside. Sword and Lad in front. It looks as though he's going to be a little too strong. Yes, he's too good. He's too classy for them. And under the big weight, he's moving away as they hit the wire. And Sword and Lad wins it by almost 2 lengths. Raymond Knight or Aussie Boy in a photo second and third. A long break to Emperor's Fury, Keel Hall. The next one in was Call Me Biddy and Golden Vague last of all.
Number 1, Sword and Lad.
Magic Paul, the leader. Symbols Image switches to his inside as they come to jump the last now. Magic Paul over it safely, 2 in front of Symbols Image. Then Roger and out, he's flying when it's all over. Magic Paul's trying to run out the gate. He's heading to the outside fence. Symbols Image can't quite pick him up, or can he? Magic Paul! Magic Paul gives the Irish another victory, short and begotta. Second on the inside there was Symbols Image, and third down the outside, Roger and ground out. They were followed further back in the field at intervals, then coming in by Lazy River in that division, and so too further back behind them Ripple Power made some ground. Then Burkill's Lane, Deeds Delight and Waldara looked a big chance but knocked up in the straight.
Right, the numbers in Adelaide are 2, 9 and 1 as called. It's very tight there and the judge will call for the photo, and we got the final 200 metres or so of Adelaide. Magic Paul, Ron fancies to win from Symbols, Image and Roger and out 2, 9 and 1. And just checking the numbers in Brisbane, it'll be 1 at the photo, Sword and Lad first, and a photo between 7 and 9 for second and third.
Racing. Malandi jumped in the air, dropped out to last. Regal Encounter bounced out quickly in front of English Charm and Ginny May, and a Toile de Mer over on the inside. The leader, Regal Encounter, easing now. They're followed by Talan getting up on the inside of English Charm. In Vino Veritas is next. Then came to Jinder Lady and Made Sharp on the outside, Alogna the rails, and then Evening Rise second last, Malandi last. They're about 8 or 9 off the lead. At the 1200 now, and Ginny May went out about 2.5 lengths in front of a Toile de Mer, and Nectar Regal Encounter third, 2 lengths to Talon settling well fourth from English Charm, 2 lengths in Vino Veritas. Made Sharp going round the outside from Tajinda Lady. On the rails, Malandi in the centre. Evening Rise is back near the rear. This lead has kicked right away, Ginny May. As they went past the 900, it's gone out 6 or 7 lengths at Toile de Mer. 1.5 lengths Regal Encounter. Made Sharp round the outside. Talan sticking to the inside. 1 length English Charm, and then came a Logna from Invino Veritas. 1 length away Malandi. 1/2 Evening Rise, and now last to Jinder Lady. Past the 600, Ginny May still 6 lengths in front as they come to the corner from a Toile de Mer. Regal Encounter the outside, a Logna and Made Sharp as they turn for home. Talan's going well but can't get out. Evening Rise to the outside of the field. At the 400, Ginny May about 4 lengths in front still from Regal Encounter is under the whip. Evening Rise and Invino Veritas running on well from Malandi. The leader stopping Ginny May now. Evening Rise and Invino Veritas have grabbed it. Regal Encounter can't win, and then came Taland and English Garden. Invino Veritas has taken the lead. Evening Rise trying to peg it back, but Invino Veritas is too strong and wins it about 1/2 length. Evening Rise second. Third was English Charm from Malandi Talan. They're followed by, at the head of the others, a Toile de Mer. Regal Encounter dropped right out of it from Ginny May. Then Made Sharp and a Logna, and Tajinda Lady is last to finish.
Melbourne correct weight for 7 in Vino Veritas, 4.20 and 1.25. 2 Evening Rise, 80 cents, and 5 English Charm, 95 cents. The Quinella, $9.20, and the Trifecta, $93.90. Let's take a look up to Rosehill for the 6th.
They're off this time. Royal Reel didn't jump with a lot of gusto, and actually Yen Tour and Ravenstone were best to begin from Silver Grant and What a Pilgrim, then Silver Champagne. Royal Reel picking up ground now, followed by Hopeful Adventure, and then Silver Streak and Royal Yachtsman. Excited, a couple to Raffin Prince, and last is Gray's Point. Along by the 800 Yen Tour, a 1/2 length Silver Grant, a length the Ravenstone, and then What a Pilgrim caught out wider. Royal Reel hugged away on the inside at this particular stage by Kenny Russell. He's getting a cosy run, a length and a half further back Silver Streak, and then comes Royal Yachtsman and Excited, followed a length back by Silver Champagne. Comanche Print right out off the track, and then Hopeful Adventure. Raffin Prince is second last, and Absolute in the field is Gray's Point. They're homeward bound in the Grey Stars, and Silver Grant on the outside races to the lead, a length the Ravenstone. Yen Tour on the inside yielding ground, followed on the outside by Silver Streak, and then What a Pilgrim, and Royal Reel's become badly snookered. In need of a run he is now. It's almost there for him. At the 200, Quinton dashes. Ravenstone to the lead. What a Pilgrim second. Royal Reel on the inside finishing on. It's Ravenstone in front from What a Pilgrim. Royal Reel getting up on the inner, but Ravenstone's the one at the moment. Royal Reel catching him. Will he make it? Oh, Ravenstone and Royal Reel have hit it absolutely locked together. What a Pilgrim has run third, followed by Silver Streak and Silver Champagne, and then Raffin Prince, followed by Comanche Prince, Silver Grant. Further back in the field was Royal Yachtsman, and then Yen Tour and Gray's Point Excited, and Hopeful Adventure back at the rear.
Well, this is very, very tight between numbers 9 and 7, Ravenstone and Royal Reel, and it really is a bob of the head job. Number 12, What a Pilgrim in third placing. It's a photo for the principal prize in the Grey Stars handicap, and of course all horses in that race grey or pretty close to it. It's It's very, very tight, and we'll wait on the outcome. The 7th in Sydney at 4:15 and was race number 6 on the card, and the result there, the winner Symbols Image got there in a tight one, 9.50 and 160. Magic Paul 95, Roger and Out 80, the Quinella 28.55, trifecta $396.05. Now they're all in the stalls for the running of the next in Adelaide. They're racing. Here's Ron Paps.
Carl's Choice jumped with them, but is getting back in the field, and Atlantic Prince was last to come out. And away quickly was Don Cossack, Legend Bearer wider out, and between horses Buana Jack and also the Grey Splendid Feeling. Solway Firth hunts up there in a division, and so too does Double Protocol, trying to keep them all out. Just behind them Gilded Cage, Never Jane, and one on the outside, Lord Magnesia, racing very deep. Then further back is Pearl of Balmoral, followed by Carl's Choice. Atlantic Prince is trying to make ground. Gifted Mascot follows it up but wide, and last of all is Cypress Park. They've left the far side, down the side now, and it's on the inside. Splendid Feeling being shaded on the outside by Don Cossack, who works to a length advantage at the 800. Moving up very quickly from the tail of the field around Legend Bearer to take the leader on is Atlantic Prince. Gifted Mascot with Buana Jack, who's been ridden quietly. Double Protocol was next. The Grey dropping back ahead of it. Splendid Feeling. Around them Never Jane. Lord Magnesia under pressure as they swing for home. And then came Gilded Cage, Cypress Park, Carl's Choice, Solway Firth last ahead of it. Pearl of Balmoral. This was last earlier on, but they run inside the 400, and it's taken the lead, Atlantic Prince, from Don Cossack, who fights back, and Legend Bearer's getting up on the inside. Further back to Buana Jack, but it's Atlantic Prince. He had to make up a lot of ground to get to the lead, but he's coming away from them at the 200. Drew 2 in front. Buana Jack is now starting to fly. He's the fresh horse, and wide out is Double Protocol. It's stopping Atlantic Prince. Buana Jack grabs it. Buana Jack gets the money. Buana Jack from either Double Protocol or Atlantic Prince. Gifted Mascot flew home. In that division 2 was Don Cossack, Never Jane down the outside. Back along the inside section, then coming through nearer the rail as they come back from behind the tower was Gilded.
They're off in the second leg of the double in Brisbane.
Taking the outside of Carawan, Nippy Star, and then longer boats, Gundagai Blue, and then Orr. Colonel Scott Fencing getting a fair way back with Stan Soto, and then Shartin, Right Missile, Stay Bright, and Glabouches last, and about 3 lengths last. Coming up towards the 1,000, and Waisoda takes over, leads by a length and a half. Satch second. Prince Ming is beautifully placed a length away third, then Clear the Air still a bit wide, and Supernia on the inside. One to Carawan making up ground on the inside. A half length further back to King Coother, and then Direct Mail, Nippy Star, and all going forward together, then Gundagai Blue and Colonel Scott. Fencing picking up ground in between horses, a couple of lengths to Right Missile, and then longer boats, Glabouches starting a run, and then Stay Bright, Shartin, and Stan Soto's last. Over the crossing, 650 metres to go with Soto just in front of Satch. Prince Ming is the length away third, about to be popped. The big question, then Supernia, Direct Mail, Carawan. Nippy Star making ground quickly on the outside. He's going up, but he's fairly deep as they race onto the bend. They set sail for home now. Satch is just in front, about to be claimed by Prince Ming. Supernia getting up on the inside. Fencing pulled to the outside. Nippy Star making ground. Behind them is Carawan and then Direct Mail. They've got 300 metres to go. Fencing is looming up on the outside. He's looming up dangerously. And here's one right down the outside. What is it? Right Missile is coming home like a shot out of a gun. Right Missile dashed up to them, takes the lead. Prince Ming battles on gamely. Then Nippy Star and Fencing. But Right Missile is spearing away. They're under the post. And Right Missile goes on and scores easily. Right Missile first, Prince Ming second, Nippy Star third, then Fencing, Carawan, followed in by Glabouches, Satch, Direct Mail, Orr, then Colonel Scott, longer boat, Stan Soto, Stay Bright, Supernia, then Shartin, Gundagai Blue, King Coother, Waisoda, and Clear the Air, the last one.
Numbers are 9, 3 and 6 as called by Wayne. The winner coming home very strongly, Right Missile. Second placing going to Prince Ming, number 3. And third, number 6, Nippy Star. 9, 3 and 6, race 7. Second leg of the double in Brisbane. The Lino Veritas in race 7, $4.20 and $1.25. Second Evening Rise, 80. Third English Charm, 95. The Quinella, $9.20. Trifecta, $93.90. Moving in, Lord Delamere the favourite, trying to make it 4 out of 4, and we're just waiting on Gold's Armour to move in. As
seeing Lord Delamere away well from the grey Arapaho, Indian Fuego, Hepburn wider out on the track. Gold's Armour and Bengal Charger over on the extreme outside. Now he grabs hold of Lord Delamere. Fuego has headed him off, and on the outside Gold's Armour's gone up now to make about a line of 3. Bengal Charger fourth. They were followed by Cloncurry and Rare Decision, and back behind them Arapaho, Indian Like a Topic. On the outside Trista Plain. and behind them again past the hat from Hepburn, then Order Up. Brandy Spirit was next in a tightly bunched field, and on the inside Boston Bay. Well, they won't take over from Lord Delamere. He's going to have to try and lead all the way again. At the 1600, he's 2 lengths in front of Fuego, but the pace is not fast. A length further back, Gold's Armour, 1 to Arapaho Indian, Bengal Charger 3 deep. In the centre there is Cloncurry. 2 lengths to Rare Decision, and they were followed then as they slow up even further at the 1400 by Trista Plain. Next past the hat from Like a Topic, a length and a half further back, Order Up, followed then by behind those horses is Hepburn and Brandy Spirit, and last of all Boston Bay. Bengal Charger's gone around the outside at the 1200, but Lord Delamere still the leader. 3 parts to Bengal Charger, a length Fuego on the inside of Gold's Armour. 1.5 to Cloncurry, Rare Decision deep, and they were followed by Trista Plain the centre, Arapaho Indian the rails. As they passed the 1000, Like a Topic was next in the field. Then past the hat over on the inside. They haven't gone at all fast in this. Hepburn's back near the rear. Brandy Spirit's gone up about 4th last, and still last is Boston Bay. At the 800 down the hill, and Bengal Charger going up to have another go at Lord Delamere, and they're about 1.5 lengths in front as the pace quickens here from Fuego tucked in on the rails. On the outside of those horses, Rare Decision is starting to make a little bit of ground, and Cloncurry, and they were followed by Order Up, taken about 8 wide on the corner, where Bengal Charger the leader. He's having to work hard on Lord Delamere to try and stick with it, and they're 2 lengths in front into the straight from Cloncurry, followed by Fuego, and then came Arapaho Indian, and Brandy Spirit wider out, starting to make ground. Bengal Charger the leader at the 200 from Lord Delamere. Fuego on the inside. Here comes Hepburn with a big run. Lord Delamere fighting back, put his head in front again, 100 to go. Fuego's got right up on the rails from Bengal Charger and Hepburn. It's Fuego just the leader near the line, hanging out badly. It's just beaten Lord Delamere, Bengal Charger 3rd and Hepburn 4th. They were followed then by Order Up and Like a Topic, Cloncurry, Brandy Spirit, then Gold's Armour, Rare Decision back behind them with Past the Hat, and Boston Bay is in that bunch of horses with Trista Plain, one of the last Arapaho Indian, in front of them. 4 of them in the photo finish. The judge calling for the photo in the Coles New World, with Fuego getting up on the inside from Lord Delamere, Bengal Charger and Hepburn. They're the 4 in the photo in that order. And that's the order they'll finish too. Fuego, Lord Delamere, and 3 out Bengal Charger, and on the extreme outside Hepburn. They came out pretty well in the straight. I don't know whether Fuego caused it. Lord Delamere might have caused it. Here's came out. Number 11 is the...
Got there by a bare margin, $1.80 and 85. Second, Royal Reel, 70. And third, What a Pilgrim, $9.95. The Quinella paid $3.50. Pardon me, I think my voice has just about had it. And the trifecta, $223.75. Well, it won't be long before we take you to Ian Craig. Last horse moving into the stalls. 1900 metres, the journey of race 7 in Sydney, the Angus and Coot handicap. Attendants climbing in with 1 or 2 of them. The last horse comes up on the outside. The Adelaide protest has been dismissed. Protest in Adelaide dismissed. Numbers stand 4, 10 and 2, correct weight, race 7 in Adelaide. They're all set to go now for the 7th event in Sydney. Ian Craig is your commentator.
Algonquin Club stands nicely, drawn towards the centre. White blue Maltese cross, red sleeves and blue cap. Son of Bijou on the inner. They're off this time. Chez Paris from the 2 box was the best to begin. Commencing pretty well was Night Rain. On the inside, Son of Bijou. Port Fair hunted forward with K-Land, then Algonquin Club, and further back is on the outside Dream Lodge going up quickly, and so too is Secret Century. And from White Alleys, Dream Lodge and Secret Century go to the lead as they pass the 1600, with Dream Lodge at length now Secret Century. Third on the inside is Chez Paris, a length and a half to the grey Port Fair, then Algonquin Club a length further back, Ponchielli, followed by Night Train, and on the inside Son of Bijou, then Kahana Bay wider out, K-Land dropping off a bit with Kenzai, Flying Gypsy second last, Absolute Safras down the back at the 1200, and Dream Lodge in charge a couple of lengths clear. Second on the outside being at this stage a Secret Century. Chez Paris third, a length and a half, Ponchielli fourth, and fifth the end of the grey Port Fair, then Algonquin Club and Son of Bijou. Off the track Kahana Bay, 1 further away is Night Train, followed by Kenzai, Kaylan, Flying Gypsy, and last is Safraz. In this pattern, they run to the side at 850, and Dream Lodge a length on Secret Century. A length away next is Chez Paris from Port Fair and Ponchielli. Then comes Algonquin Club, Son of Bijou, Kahana Bay and Night Train. Then on the inside, Kenzai, Kaylan well back in the run, and so too is Safraz and Flying Gypsy. Around about 12 lengths covers them inside the 600 metres. And Dream Lodge in the lead by a length, Chez Paris and Secret Century, then Port Fair, wider Algonquin Club, and a length to Night Train going to the extreme outside, and over on the inner saving ground, Son of Bijou. They straighten now, and Chez Paris quickly pounced upon Dream Lodge to head him off. Son of Bijou getting a dream run third, and then Algonquin Club followed on the outside by Night Train. Down to the 200, Algonquin Club at the moment is struggling, and Son of Bijou's drawn to the lead. Night Train on the outside from Chez Paris. Kenzai runs home late, and then Algonquin Club, but it's all Son of Bijou, and Son of Bijou streaks away from Kenzai and Night Train, and Son of Bijou, the easiest of winners from Kenzai. Third, Night Train, followed by Chez Paris, Algonquin Club, Port Fair, Secret Century, Kaylan, Safraz, Dream Lodge, Flying Gypsy, Ponchielli, and last Kahana Bay.
Double to pay 12.20.
The numbers 11, 1 and 9. The winner, Son of Bijou. Second place into Kenzai, and third, Night Train. 11, 1 and 9, race 7 in Sydney. The last there at 5 to 5. The emergencies are out. This is another superfecta race for the Sydney punters. No one's got it yet. Natural Habit 18 and 6. Strong Devotion 19 and 7. Bay of Plenty $1. Quinella paid $20.80, and the trifecta $681.75. Daily double at Sandown this afternoon on 6 All Spades and 11 Fuego paid $186.95. The substitutes were 13 Roman Laurel and 7 Lord Delamere. Right, we're coming up to the next event in Adelaide at the race, $1.50 and 70. Second was Double Protocol number 10, $1.95. Third, number 2, Atlantic Prince, 70 cents. The Quinella, $7.45. And the trifecta there paid $70.10. Runners are at the stalls for...
Way and Sweet Piper, Plexero, all a little bit slow to get going. Cactus Beach is showing plenty of speed and leads the way early from Sachet Taut. It's Cactus Beach just in front of Sachet Taut, and there goes BLS. She's showing any amount of dash on the outside, and she races up and she goes to the front. Lawyer's Lady settling about fourth, then Blarney Gal, followed by Tammy Char and Beaufort Girl together. Satanic is trapped out fairly wide. Wonder Paolina, who's fairly deep with Boston Princess. She must be out 5 deep. She's sliding up better than midfield now, Boston Princess, followed by Astral Way and Fiery Crest together, and then Melitza's Jewel, Sweet Piper. Fire from Heaven is getting back in the field with Breezy Manor. Then Point Lace and Plexero's last. Coming down the side, 850 metres to go. Lawyer's Lady loomed up on the outside, ran to the lead. A length in front of BLS. 2 to Sachet Taut, followed by Blarney Gal on the outside of Cactus Beach. Another length and a half to Boston Princess, and then Tammy Char, Paolina trailing through nicely. Beaufort Girl is on the outside, Sweet Piper, and then Satanica, who's under the whip. Astral Way is a fair way back over towards the inside, and then Fiery Crest, Point Lace, Sweet Piper, and Breezy Manor and Plexero back near last with Fire from Heaven. In the straight, Lawyer's Lady has booted away from them. She's nicely clear. Blarney Gal in second place. Lawyer's Lady, she's way out in the middle of the track, but she's clear. Blarney Gal boxing on gamely, then BLS, Boston Princess and Paolina. Lawyer's Lady still the leader. They've got 100 metres to go. She's feeling the pinch a little bit now. Blarney Gal is driving at her on the inside. Boston Princess flying the outside. This is going to be a ding-dong as they hit the wire. Boston Princess has got up to win it. She's got there in the last stride, Boston Princess. Boston Princess first. Second, Blarney Gal or Lawyer's Lady. Then Melitza's Jewel, BLS, Breezy Manor, Paolina, Point Lace. Followed in by Fiery Crest, Plexero, Astral Way, Tammy Char, Sachet Taut, Fire from Heaven, Satanica, Cactus Beach, well back in the field with Sweet Piper and Beaufort Girl, one of the last home.
Right, as called by Wayne Wilson, 3 in the photo. Looks like 3, 10 and 6. The winner, number 3, Boston Princess. Second, 10, Lawyer's Lady. I fancy in the centre has got second in front of number 6, Blarney Gal. 3, 10, 6 in the last in Brisbane at 4:30. Right, still no sign of a start in Adelaide. The replacement rider for B. Bowley aboard Way and Rock is A. Everett. A. Everett, the replacement rider. And
racing now, Wisamo jumped to right on the inside and out deeper on the track, Arboreto away well with Gascoigne Bay, and going through the pack is Gil Good Girl and Throw the Rock with Arboreto 3 deep as they run to the judge. Gil Good Girl the centre, Throw the Rock the rail and Arboreto. Just in behind them Gascoigne Bay and Come to Perth. Cosigners out in no man's land on the swing out of the straight. There's a bit of crowding and squeezing. Lagana was in the thick of things as they go towards the side. And coming back into view from behind the tower, it's the Bolter. Throw the Rock from in second position now. Moving around the outside Cosine. It's reefing and tearing for its head. Over on the inside there with it is Gilgood Girl, and pushing through on the rail as Gascoigne Bay Arboreto settles fifth. On its inside Come to Perth from Lagana, who's pulling against the rider. Wismo was next, and then Mistulation followed in the all-white by Wayand Rock and Giza. Into the far side they go, and Throw the Rock is the leader. Shows out by about a half to Gilgood Girl. Cosine racing fiercely again. Over on the inside is Gascoigne Bay, a length and a half. Mistulation taking off around them as the pace slackened. Come to Perth is the centre runner. Over on the inside next is Wismo. Around them Arboreto. In the middle there is Lagana, followed further back behind them by Giza last of all. And just up ahead of him in the all-white is Wayand Rock. Mistulation wasn't happy with the pace. He took over, raced around the field and got to the lead by a length and a half now to Throw the Rock and Gilgood Girl. 2 lengths to Cosine, and as they quicken, he's racing a little bit more generously. Gascoigne Bay on the rail, and then Come to Perth from Arboreto. Next Wismo, followed further back around them in the all-white Wayand Rock, and then came Lagana. And last of all is Giza, 800 or just under to run. A Mistulation keeps on going, led by 3 running towards the turn into the straight from Gilgood Girl. Throw the Rock was next, Cosine, and around them in the all-white Wayand Rock, and then Come to Perth. They were followed by Gascoigne Bay, Wismo, and then Lagana taking off. Arboreto's quarter today, and Giza getting up on his inside to second last, clearing him. Homeward bound, Mistulation found a length again, found 2. Here's Cosine coming at him. Then Gilgood Girl, Throw the Rock is giving in. Down the outside, Lagana and Wismo are winding up, but it's Mistulation from Cosine. He's hanging down the straight. He's drifting towards the centre. Coming at him, Wismo and also Lagana, but Cosine the leader. Wismo running out badly with Lagana. It's Cosine, Wismo, Lagana. Lagana put his head in front of Wismo, who won't give in. Wismo fights back. Wismo wins. Wismo from Lagana, third Cosine. Fourth Come to Perth, Mistulation, Gilgood Girl, Giza, Gascoigne Bay. Then further back came Wayand Rock, and they were followed by Throw the Rock.
Lights, and they're racing. Bronze Knight began quickly over on the inside, and it's one of the early leaders when they settle down into stride. Going quickly also is Hot Blaze. It's just in front now with Caesar's Right. Bronze Knight being eased behind them on the inside, pulling a little bit. There's Lighthouse Watson going around them on the outside, and Green Action up there handy with Emulous. Prince Rackmar is back behind those horses. Red Opaque is well back. Back to Reality moving through the centre. Barnstorming pulling the boy out of the saddle from Arato, who's back near the rear of the field when they settle down into stride. Now, as King Mayo's on its outside as they went past the 1200, and still Lighthouse Watson continuing to move up on the outside, and it's gone up to join Hot Blaze in the lead now. Length and a half, Green Action. They're not going very fast. On the inside, Emulous has gone up into about 4th or 5th placing, and on the outside of it is Bronze Knight. As they start to come down the hill now, Back to Reality up near the lead. Prince Rackmar commencing to move. Red Opaque's back third last, and he needs a run rather badly. Caesar's Right around the outside as they start to pack up, and there's only 4 or 5 lengths between first and last. Green Action's taken a narrow lead. Immediately coming around the outside, though, the challengers are coming with King Mayo and Caesar's Right. And Back to Reality is there. Lighthouse Watson's gone. Looking for a run is Bronze Knight and Prince Rackmar to the outside, and Red Opaque got up on the fence if he's good enough. Green Action shot clear with 300 to go. It's got about 3 lengths in front, however. Then Bronze Knight's got out now and is coming home very quickly. Prince Rackmar's not in the race, and then Emulous. Green Action in front. Red Opaque and Bronze Knight over near the rails. Barnstorming and Emulous out wide, and Arado coming from last, but Green Action's in front. Green Action the leader. Emulous has flashed at it on the line. It might have got up Emulous from Green Action. Arado is also there. Caesar's Right. Red Opaque behind them. Bronze Knight in the centre, and they're followed by Barnstorming. Back to Reality. Prince Rackmar a long way back. Lighthouse Watson. And King Mayo's one of the last to finish as they go over the line in this fantastic finish.